Okie dokie, year three. Good morning. Nice to see you again in cyberspace without seeing you. I hope you're well. Today we're going to be looking primarily at dividing by three. That'll be the main video that you look at. But we're also going to look at a skill from before relating to shape that will hopefully remind us of something that we've looked at in the past. Thank you for all the work you've sent in. I'll keep looking at that every day, and I'll send you little emails and little notes to let you know how well you've been doing. So thank you for all that. Okay, looking through 2D shapes today, we're thinking about the sides on 2D shapes. Yesterday we talked about how on a 2D shape we talk about sides, and on a 3D shape such as ourselves we think about our faces. Okay, so 2D shapes we think about sides. Okay, here we've got a collection of 6 different shapes. I just want you to have a quick look. Can you identify which ones of those have got 4 sides? So a bit of a counting task. To begin with, have a quick look around at the green, the puce, the blue, the purple, the pinky kind of color, and the last one as well. Have a look. And we can see that the square, and the rectangle all have 4 sides. So we can see those are 4-sided shapes. So they're called quadrilaterals. Okay, here we're looking for shapes which have 6 sides. So the blue, the green, the orangey, and the lighter blue. Which of these have got 6 sides, please? Okie dokie, guys, haven't had a look at those. I think you've now spotted that the 2 red ones now, so the 2 sides shapes which are 6-sided are regular hexagon and irregular hexagon. So one that's got non-equal angles is the irregular one, and our first one was our regular one where the angles are all the same. Look at the angles and the lengths of the sides. Okie dokie, have a look at this big yellow shape. How many sides does that shape have, please? How many sides does that shape have, please? Okie dokie, guys. Hopefully you've counted now. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, well done, guys, if you've managed to spot that. And because it's called an irregular octagon. Now, irregular shapes, the points where the sides meet are the angles. And if the angles of the points are different, where we can see that at the end of some of these points, they're really acute, so really small angles. And at the other end, they're really large, so they're obtuse. Okay. And because we can see these obtuse and acute angles, we can tell it's an irregular shape, because for it to be regular, they'd all be the same. So if we quickly look back at our shape from before, we can see that our 2 squares at the top of the page, the green and the blue one, the 4 points where the sides join, the 4 angles are all right angles. So they're all the same, therefore they're regular. The rectangle is irregular because the length of the sides are different. Now here we've got our yellow octagon, and it's an irregular octagon, and it's irregular because of the fact that the angles are different sizes, or if the lengths of the sides were different sizes, it would also be irregular. Okie dokie. Now, if you look at the red, the blue, and the green shape now, what you've got to do is count how many sides the red's got, count how many sides the blue trapezium's got, and count how many sides the green triangle's got, and then add those 3 values together. So could you do a little bit of that? Maybe a note on your pad. Pause the video if you need to. Having a look through now, you can see that the red shape has got 8, the blue shape 4, and the green shape 3, and therefore we do 8 add 4, which is 12, 12 add 3, which is 15. Okie dokie, guys. Final one, guys, here. We've got 2 shapes, A and B. Have a think how many straight sides they've got and how many curved sides each one's got. If you want to draw a table, you can do. You don't have to if you just make a little note to yourself. This is about reminding ourselves of prior learning. And hopefully now, guys, you've seen that there's 3 straight sides on our triangle, 0 curved sides, 5 straight sides on our second shape, and 2 curved sides. Okay. Right, guys, we're going to do a couple of sheets now. What we're going to do is you're going to have a go at them. You've not got these as an attachment. Just have a go at answering them on a piece of paper, and then I'll show you the answers in a minute or two. This is about you remembering something you've learned before. So number of sides on the shape below altogether for these. Have a go at these, and then complete the table for the 8 questions. So have a go at those, please. Pause the video while you're having a go. Working through now, we'll have a look at the second set of shapes. You can see we were asked about how many sides those shapes have got, and then thinking about how many they've got altogether. and finishing those number sentences. Pausing the video while you do that. Okay, guys, we're going to have a look now at the answers to the first sheet. Okay, so we can see that when we've added those shapes together, we ended up with 11 sides. For the second shape, for 7B, it's 15 sides. The table here, we've got 5 straight sides and 0 curved sides, and 2 straight sides and 1 curved side. For 8B, it's 1 straight side and 1 curved side, and for shape B, 4 straight sides and 0 curved sides. So hopefully you've gone through those now. And the second shape, the second sheet, we can see B and C are both octagons. So remembering that those 8-sided shapes from yesterday, and C and D we would call semicircles. 4-sided shapes are always called quadrilaterals, whether they're regular or irregular. Here's an irregular quadrilateral. There's a special name for that regular quadrilateral, which we talked about earlier, which is the square, but this is a quadrilateral. And this 6-sided shape is a hexagon. So we can see 10B, the hexagon. Just going through now. Today you've got a worksheet for your dividing by 3 work. You'll look at the video for that and then go through that. Just with this sheet, now you don't have to print these sheets out. If you want to, you can do, but you don't have to. If you want to just make your own answers on a sheet, that could save mum and dad some money on ink and printing and a bit of hassle. So you can do that. And it's actually really useful if you try and do it yourself when it comes to this question. So if you look at the number bar question, the bar model, sorry, a really useful habit to get into in year 2 and year 3, where you are now, guys, is to draw your own number bars to try and unpick problems. If you always have them drawn for you, it's like it becomes a bit challenging for you to use them. But actually, if you get a straight-edged implement, something like a book, if you haven't got a ruler at home, and you draw your own bar, it's a really good practice to get into so you can help segment problems and unpick problems. Okay, I'd love to see some bar models that you've drawn yourself, guys. Okie dokie, guys, can't wait to see that work. Thank you very much for listening, year 3, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.